Vastu is one of the most hated topic ever talked by any architect. We abhor this topic because it's all about rituals and superstition. But there are also some benefits. I've seen many restaurants which opens and there are only 20%, if you don't believe, there are only 20% of the restaurants will reach their goal of revenue and profitability. I have done a lot of restaurants. You might see Haldiram, you might see Another restaurant. These restaurants are running so well. They have footfalls like in thousands. They are minting money, all because of certain points which they follow. You will see some restaurants are just going slowly and you are just making money or making break even. Whereas some restaurants are doing tremendous tasks. Every day they are opening a new branch. That's all not only about the Vastu points, but also about the overall complications which they have created. Vastu not only helps you to benefit through the technical parts, it's somewhat also related to the general sunlighting, the natural airflow, or the energy which flows in your restaurant. Today I am going to talk about not the ritual part. I am going to talk about the verified parts, verified points, which I have felt personally that these 8 points will help you to receive success and you will be able to receive maximum footfall whenever you are opening your restaurant. If you apply these points, it will be very easy for you to get the maximum profitability. And these are not only based upon the rituals or the superstition, these are actually based upon the technical parts. And I'm also going to talk about the logics which you might find easier to understand when you are applying these points. There are also certain myths. For example, many of the people say that your plot has to be 1:1 only or 1:2. No, I've seen a lot of restaurants which are 1:3, 1:4, and those kind of plots are also running so well. So that proportion, yeah, definitely the symmetry is one of the ancient topic and that has made the buildings more stable or balanced. But that is not only the point which will help your restaurant to be successful or to look good. With the restaurant, for the restaurant, you have to have a good ambience because that will increase the repeat rate by 78%. That is what we have seen in our past restaurants. We have also some interesting data with us. With a better ambience and with better Vastu compliant restaurants, you will get 70% more better experience for the customers who are visiting. There's also a different data which we have found or researched on when we opened our last restaurants. That is 23% efficiency improvement while serving the dishes for the staff. They have better health. They are able to run the restaurant with that energy which is required when you are running a restaurant. Third point, we have seen 18% improvement in the online audience when you follow planning perfectly. When you have serving window at the entrance of your restaurant, where Zomato or Swiggy counters are planned. Or that is also related to the basic benefits of your counter to be looking towards north, because that will help the energy, the lighting, the person who is sitting on the counter to have fresh feel because the lighting will be coming from there. So I'm going to talk about these 8 points which are very easy to understand, are logical, and that will help you to understand and help you to achieve success in your coming up restaurants. We have developed these points through our experience of opening restaurants, whether it's Masimari group of hotels, whether there's another Octane Pizza, lots of different restaurants which we have designed in the whole India, and we are open for any kind of restaurant consultancy if you have anywhere in India, because we understand the laws, the food licenses, the planning, the store and exercise liabilities which comes with the opening of restaurant, and we have created these best looking, best compliant restaurants because they have been successful because of these points which we have experienced on. I'm going to talk about these points because it's not only the design part, because I have personally experienced these in my past restaurant designs. These past restaurants have been successful in my efforts to give the best looking, best profitable restaurants. We have this 100% fees return policy. If your restaurant fails, we'll return your fees totally. That is the kind of confidence we have when we design restaurant. We have been expert in restaurant industry for designing. We are known for our expertise. We have done restaurants in Bangalore, Kerala, lots of places. And we do that through online consultancy. I'm putting one simple map as well in the link in the description, which you can download. It's a simple graph which will show the placement and what percentage, approximate percentage, which we have calculated through our experience, helps you to achieve that task. For example, north looking counter will increase this much of efficiency in your restaurant. So let's start from these points. The point number one. The first point is keeping your kitchen or the service area in southeast, because the south is one of the corner where the sun will be moving and it will heat up that area. It will help your kitchen to have that heat gain which is required for any food to prepare. It will also help the ventilation. The wind comes from south side of the building or the south hemisphere of the earth. So that will help your ventilation, a good ventilation for your kitchen, which is very essential when the staff is cooking or preparing the meal. Your entrance or the cash counter should look towards north. It's all because you get fresh morning sunlight, which will keep your staff, the accountant who is sitting on the billing station or the entrance, he'll be very alert when he is sitting there. He'll be handling money or the bills, and that will help you. That's why the north looking counters are preferred. And we have seen a lot of success in doing that kind of planning. Point number 3, dining area in north, west or east side of the property, because that will reduce the uncomfortable situation of that heat which will be developed. Even if you have AC section, if you have AC running, the south side is always getting hot through that sunlight which it will be receiving from the external faces. And that's why this south side not preferred kind of seating is required. This helps our customers to be comfortable. I've seen myself, because I am a designer. I go to a restaurant and I look at the location of myself. So we feel the material. We try to understand what the ambience looks like and what direction we are sitting or the restaurant has been planned. I've seen the most successful restaurants are, the customers are sitting in the north, east or west side, never in the south side. The services are there. Fourth point, that was the services area. The south or southwest has to be heavier because the sun will be moving. It will increase, it will create a barrier between the sunlight and the customers, and that all the services, the termites won't grow, the humidity, the moisture will be balanced, and that's why it's preferred that you have all the services, all the water tanks, all the drainage points, everything in the south or southwest. That was the logic. Point number 5, wash area in northwest. Why? Because the wind will be coming from south, that we have discussed. That south wind will be coming. You don't want the bad smell to come inside your restaurant. And that's why you want the wash area to be in northeast, to be in northwest. And that will help all the foul smell to go out of the building. It won't come in your restaurant. That is the logic for keeping a wash area in the northwest direction. Point number 6, cooking facing east. Your kitchen chefs are, the cooks, head chefs are required to look towards east because of the morning sunlight which will be hitting on the wall of the hob, the chimney. If you own a restaurant, or if you are going to own a restaurant, you know that there are going to be 3 levels, the heights of the preparation counter, where you have the hob, the LPG pipe will be going, the plumbing pipe will be going through the wall, then the chimney, and then the rest of the area. So that whole area you want to be not a dirty area. You want to be clean. The east side will keep the freshness through the wall inside the kitchen. It's all because of the heat gain, the morning heat gain, the morning sunlight heat gain, which creates a positive energy in your kitchen. 7th point, because your services are in the south side, you don't want your dining area to be there. That was the logic we have already discussed, and that's why all the toilets has to be in south side. It need not to be, it shouldn't be near to your dining area. Because of hygiene purpose, the smell, the moisture, the unhygienic condition. And we have seen a lot of success with that. Because of that, the freshness of toilet, the smell, that won't be there. It will be easy for you to maintain the plumbing. There's a long-term effect which creates through that airflow and the sunlight. The last is the mandir placement, which in Indian mythology it's considered the Indian restaurant industry. It's considered one of the most important point as the blessings, and that mandir should be in the northeast part of the plot or the restaurant area. So if you have a rectangular restaurant, if you make 4 parts, the northeast side should accommodate the mandir, so that you get positive energy through that. And positive energy is all about the sunlight and the freshness you'll be getting through the ventilation. And that positive thing through the temperature and humidity, it's called as the energy. That is what the main purpose is. All the Vastu points, if you see, they follow one simple procedure where you have to have your head in the south direction. If you sleep, you have to have your head in the south direction. If you are sitting in Hyderabad, there are rules as well based on Vastu, the municipal rules, that you have to face towards north when you're sitting on. Again, the same principle follows, that your head is in the south. That's all. That helps the overall walkability. In restaurants, this has given a proven result. All these 8 points, these are the points which we follow. Not more than that. There are more than that. There are lots of points everybody must be knowing. The colors, it has to be yellow and black in the south, white and brighter colors in north, lots of mirrors in the north, lots of points. But we have not seen a dramatic effect to these points. I've seen, even if these points are followed, I'd say unnecessary points of putting mirror or the bright colors, it has not made any sense or made any difference to our success of the restaurant. I've seen a different model as well. And that's why only these 8 points are there, which have helped us to achieve more than 80% of success rate in our opening of restaurant. For any restaurant to be successful, you only need 2 points. One is a good designer. Second is an educated designer who understands basic points of Vastu. What is the harm? What is the harm of not following Vastu? If you are already spending so much, you can do this much and you can limit your workability on these points. It will give you the best success rate, I'm telling you. And please, if you follow these points in future, or if you are going to apply these in your current restaurant, please, if you find success, if you get better result, please do comment and let me know. It will help everybody to understand which point is working and which is not working. It will help us to calculate and develop a data that will help the restaurant industry to grow. We've done a lot of restaurants in India, and this topic came from the lot of demand which we received from our clients. That if we can give a video where we tell the secret formula of a successful restaurant through Vastu, which we have seen through our experience. And that's why this video has come. If you find this video to be helpful, please do subscribe to Ogling Inches. Please do like our video. I'll be putting more of lots of educational, such kind of topics, which will help everyone. It will help you to communicate to us and to tell you, you can tell us your points in our comment section, and it will help us to develop a community.